Neighbors react after another night of violence in the city around New Year's Day. Plus, a case of possible celebratory gunfire that could have gone extremely wrong after a bullet goes through a woman's roof and lands next to her precious pets. And quicker EMS response times in rural southeast Texas, while the new ambulance service launched in Newton County this week is a real game changer. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with us here on 12 News Daybreak. On 12 News Plus, I'm Tia Johnson. Marks off. It is now 7:01. Let's go ahead and get a look at your weather with meteorologist Carrie Cooper taking a live look at Port Arthur right now. For my Roofing 911 Skycam network, Carrie, can we expect to see the sun today?
Yeah, we will. Not much this morning. A lot of clouds this morning, but those clouds will give way to mostly sunny skies. A drier air mixed down later on this morning into the afternoon. It will become mostly sunny this afternoon, and we should see highs near 80. We're starting out in the mid to upper 60s. Very warm across southeast Texas this morning, that's for sure. About 30 degrees warmer than what we've seen lately. 65 out there now, 64 up in Jasper. Temperatures about the same over across southwest Louisiana. Lots of clouds. Cold front up in Oklahoma will arrive around daybreak. That'll give us a little bit cooler weekend coming up. Not real cold, actually still be above normal a little bit for highs, but about 80 today, low to mid 70s tomorrow, and then some 40s for lows tomorrow night and Sunday night. Of course, we'll talk about that and look into your next week forecast a little bit later.
All right, developing in Beaumont, a sad start to the new year. 3 people were injured in a shooting at the Longshoreman Hall on Pennsylvania Avenue early Thursday morning. It was the 3rd shooting in 3 days. The first happened at the Food Basket along East Lucas. Despite repeated attempts to gather information, Beaumont police have not released anything to 12 News. The second shooting claimed the life of a 17-year-old. It happened at the Northridge Manor Apartments. A 19 and 16-year-old were arrested in that shooting. Beaumont police declined to interview with us about the latest shooting. In a statement, the department said they received several calls about gunshots just before 1 a.m. Thursday. Victims and witnesses told officers a fight broke out during a large party at the Longshoreman Hall, then spilled out into the parking lot. Police say by this time, 3 victims had already been taken to the hospital. Thankfully, they're expected to recover. A neighbor, Lydia Date, says she thought the gunshots were actually fireworks. Sadly, she says this isn't the first time she's witnessed a shooting at the hall.
They had one, like about 2 months ago, they had an accident over there. They were running down the street shooting and stuff, but like last night, it was right here in the door, But like I said, I never did get up. I never come outside.
The hall is a space that can be rented out. 12 News spoke to its president, who was not available to interview with us yesterday. We do know off-duty Beaumont police officers were working security at the party. You can watch more about the shooting, including details on the moments neighbors heard gunshots on 12 News Plus. Meanwhile, in Round Rock, 5 people were also shot at a New Year's Eve party, which was also held at an event center. The victims were all minors. It happened after a fight reportedly broke out at the party. 3 of the victims are from Mauriceville and 2 are from Austin. Police believe there was underage drinking happening at the party, and that word spread about the event by way of a social media flyer. Thankfully, all 5 victims are expected to be okay. And in Houston, at least 5 people were shot at another New Year's Eve party at a short-term rental property. Neighbors, they say it was hard to distinguish the fireworks from the gunshots.
Just was popping firecrackers, popping fireworks. I was like, oh my God, these don't sound like fireworks. These sound like bombs.
Police were called to the property near Elgin about 20 minutes into the new year. They found a woman with several gunshot wounds. A man with one and several others turned up at a local hospital, also shot. Back here at home, a shocking discovery in Bridge City. A woman came home yesterday morning on New Year's Day to find a bullet had gone through her roof. Sarah Ramirez says the bullet landed in her guest bedroom inside her dog's kennel. She tells us it was only inches away from where the dog had been sleeping. Ramirez believes this was a result of celebratory gunfire on New Year's Eve, a problem 12 News has been detailing over the last couple of days.
Scary, and I didn't think it would happen in a small neighborhood like this with houses on top of each other. You know, you think people would be more aware, and I think hopefully after this, people will see this and not do that in a small neighborhood.
Ramirez says she has filed a police report. A new service is cutting down emergency response times in Newton County. For decades, people have had to wait for an ambulance to arrive, sometimes more than an hour. But now, after years of long response times and overworked first responders, 2 ambulances are now serving neighbors in the county. The area hasn't had local ambulance coverage in nearly 30 years. 12 News reporter Spencer Plato spoke with county leaders who say this isn't just a new service, it's a lifeline.
We live in a very rural area, and we have to wait. Up until now, we was having to wait on an ambulance to come from Jasper if an ambulance was available.
Delays took a toll on local fire departments and first responders, as help was usually an hour and a half away.
Between our first responders in Burkeville and our first responders in the Trout Creek Fire Department, we run well over 500 calls a year between the 2 departments.
County leaders say a service like this was such a need. Something had to change.
It's a game changer for Newton County. We've been without ambulance service here in Newton County for probably close to 30 years, dedicated ambulance.
Change that started as a campaign promise. Newton County Judge Ronnie Cochran worked with county leaders, fire departments, and residents to help form an ESD for emergency medical services, even making history with ESD 6, a first of its kind model in Texas.
Got the petition, we got brought it before court, got it on the ballot, and we made history as the first ESD in the state of Texas passed with a 0% ad valorem property tax.
And eventually, voters would approve a 2% countywide sales tax to fund EMS, turning that promise into reality. Now ambulances are stationed in Burkeville and Trout Creek, placed strategically to cut response times.
It's a blessing to be able to have them as our provider for Newton County.
And the impact was immediate. Within 35 minutes of going into service, the first call came in, followed by 3 others.
We're not much on breaking promises around here. I mean, if you tell somebody you're going to do something, let's do it. Make it happen one way or the other, and it's happening, and this is only day 1, actually.
Judge Cochran says with Senate Bill 3000 taking effect yesterday, he hopes to apply for a grant to bring a 3rd ambulance to Newton County. 2 Southeast Texas veterans have been welcomed into the VFW Auxiliary 4820 in Port Neches through a new program called Veterans Forever Remembered. The VFW adopted 93-year-old Alex LeBlanc and 100-year-old Travis Ferris yesterday. LeBlanc is an Army veteran who served during the Korean War. He's currently living in the Bon Vi Community Retirement Home. Ferris is a World War II veteran who served in the Navy. The program is dedicated to vets who live in retirement facilities and nursing homes or those who are homebound. The VFW's president says through the program, they'll be recognized on special days like birthdays and holidays.
It's something that's been heavy on my heart for a couple of years now, and we have had a vote and decided that we are going to start adopting veterans. It's so much as just stopping in and having coffee with them, talking to them, finding out about their history.
She says they're actually adopting 4 veterans. You can also donate to help expand the program. People in Beaumont can recycle their Christmas trees for free through January 12th. Just drop them off at Rogers, Magnolia, or Sprott Park, and be sure to remove all decorations. The trees will be mulched at the city landfill. If you need some of that mulch, you can pick some up for free on Saturdays from 7 to 1. Now to a consumer alert for many parents. Pacifiers are a baby essential, but how safe are they? Monica Robbins is breaking down what you should and should not buy.
Pacifiers are a staple for new parents, soothing babies through tears, sleep, and even doctor visits. And according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, they can also help reduce the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. But how safe are they? In the last decade, the Consumer Product Safety Commission received 178 reports involving pacifiers, including one death and cases of choking, biting off pieces, and getting fingers stuck in small holes. Consumer Reports tested 20 pacifiers for choking hazards, harmful chemicals, and durability. Most performed well, but a few raised red flags for risky attachments or confusing labels.
All pacifiers sold in the U.S. are subject to strict safety regulations, but unsafe pacifiers do make it into the marketplace.
But CR found questionable pacifiers online from glitterily blinged out models with rhinestones on Amazon, which CR believes represent a potential safety risk, to secondhand or even vintage ones on eBay that don't meet safety standards.
That's why it gets tricky when shopping online, especially through third-party sellers. Some of those products may not have gone through proper safety testing.
When shopping on sites like Amazon, Walmart, or Temu that allow third-party sellers, CR recommends sticking to trusted brands and checking that listings confirm safety testing. CR reached out to Amazon, eBay, and Meta for comment about potentially unsafe pacifiers sold on their sites. Amazon told CR it requires compliance with CPSC standards and monitors policy updates and recalls. eBay said it removed flag listings and continues to take down similar items. CR also asked Amazon, Temu, Walmart, and Target if they check for children's product certificates for pacifiers. Amazon and Temu both told CR that they do. Walmart, Target, and Meta did not respond. But it's not just an online issue. CR found a pacifier at a local store missing the required safety warning, a reminder to be careful wherever you shop for baby products.
That was Monica Robbins reporting. Remember, make sure to clean pacifiers often and replace them if they show signs of cracking or discoloration. Still ahead on Daybreak, as flu infections surge across the country, how can you keep yourself and your family safe? We have those details coming up. Plus, the real-life Disney hero and the movies rocking the box office in 2026. Your trending news is ahead.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us. To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, skies are mostly cloudy to cloudy across southeast Texas this morning on our Roofing 911 Skycam network. Over in Orange, sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store, we see lots of clouds. These will give way to mostly sunny conditions, though, later this afternoon. Be windy, too. We should see highs near 80. Right now, we're in the mid-60s under cloudy skies, much warmer than it has been. We're talking some 30 degrees warmer this morning that we had this exact same time yesterday. A little upper level disturbance moving through Arkansas, producing a little bit of rain there. There's our next cold front that'll be here by daybreak, cooling us off a little bit as we head into the weekend. Pretty windy today. We'll see some wind gusts up to 30 at times across southeast Texas and the lakes area into this evening. Still, even overnight, the wind's still a little bit elevated. And that's 30 degrees warmer than we were at this exact same time yesterday. Very warm across southeast Texas this morning. A very warm day expected this afternoon as well. Futurecast also showing highs around 80, 81. Skies clearing out later this morning and the afternoon after some clouds for the next few hours. And then as we head into this evening, temperatures will drop on down through the 60s and eventually into the upper 50s to low 60s. Cold front moves in tomorrow morning, so it'll be noticeably cooler this weekend, but nothing drastic, getting a little bit closer to normal, what it should be over the weekend anyway, compared to the 80 we're going to see today. No rain expected at least through next Wednesday. Now, as we head toward the end of next week, we'll have a little bit of a chance to see some totals beginning to show up there as a little bit stronger front arrives next Thursday next week. Front comes in the morning, so that means Sunday morning, Monday morning, we'll have some 40s for lows again, low to mid 40s lakes, mid to upper 40s in the triangle coming up for Sunday morning. For today, becoming mostly sunny. Now, lots of clouds this morning. Southwest winds pretty gusty today. High temperatures around 80. As we head into tonight, mostly clear and breezy. Front comes through before daybreak in the lake, so you'll be in the mid 50s there, upper 50s to lower 60s here in the triangle. So after 80 today, we'll be in the 70s tomorrow, a little bit cooler, some drier air works in over the weekend. Lows will be in the 40s tomorrow night and Sunday night, and afternoon highs. A little bit cooler this weekend, but then back to the 70s as we head into next week.
The good news is, people have started eating crawfish, right? So crawfish season has started. At least the mud bugs aren't freezing because it's being so cold. That has happened.
Oh, yes.
We're like a bad start to crawfish season.
Many
times. I like that.
But warm right now, so.
Cool. All right, thanks, Carrie. Just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. Check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. In your health news this morning, a nasty flu season is well underway across the U.S. with numbers surging as the holiday travel season comes to an end. But as Jeremy Baker reports, it isn't too late to keep yourself safe from this year's bug.
The CDC's latest flu report shows activity being at high or very high in 32 states for the week ending December 20th. That's up from just 17 the week before, with more than 7 million getting sick since the season began in October.
What's not normal is how fast this one's moving. Hospitalization nearly has doubled in a single week. That tells us, it's not leveling off yet. It's accelerating.
So if we haven't hit the peak yet, when do we?
Most models suggest we don't even really peak until late January, maybe even February. So this isn't panic worthy, but it is a season where you want to be intentional instead of casual.
If you have chronic medical conditions, you should talk to your doctor, because if you do develop severe symptoms, you may be a candidate for getting one of those antivirals that could help you from getting even sicker.
To best prevent the flu, start by knowing how the flu is spread in the air or on surfaces Know all the symptoms of the flu, like all of the ones you see here, and clean hands and surfaces around you to prevent the spread. Don't forget to stay home when you are sick. For sick kids, that means staying home from school too.
Children don't have what we have as adults, which is decades of having immunity and fighting this, right?
Experts say if you have symptoms that aren't getting better after 48 hours, to see a doctor. And it still isn't too late to get a flu vaccine for this season.
That was Jeremy Baker reporting to Bone Up on the state's influenza surveillance data. You can visit the website right there on your screen. It shows the latest numbers from the Department of State Health Services. Time for trending. Remember the Indiana Jones movie Raiders of the Lost Ark? Well, video from a show at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida is going viral after an incident that looks like it came straight out of the movie. During the Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular, look at that, a 400-pound rubber boulder broke free and rolled toward the audience. The guests were laughing at first until a cast member stepped in front of the runway prop to stop it. He was instantly knocked to the ground. Disney says he's okay, but it just goes to show sometimes the real heroes, they're not on the screen, they're on the stage. Now for a look at what's coming to theaters this month. If you're a horror fan, listen up. There's a new scary flick arriving every week this month, starting with Daisy Ridley in We Bury the Dead, which premieres today. Then a rescued chimpanzee goes from family member to something much darker in Primate. That hits theaters January 9th. And just 7 months after the previous film in the series, 28 years later, The Bone Temple arrives in theaters on January 16th. January 23rd, we'll see the arrival of Return to Silent Hill, the third film based on the video game franchise. January 30th brings Iron Lung to the big screen based on the indie video game. If you think scary movies are all that's hitting theaters this month, think again. We've got Rick Damagella with your Hollywood Minute, breaking down what's coming to theaters and what's buzzing in Hollywood.
Marvel's Avengers Doomsday trailers are racking up the views. The dual Doomsday previews feature the return of two of the original Avengers, Chris Evans as Steve Rogers and Chris Hemsworth as Thor. The Rogers trailer has pulled in more than 15 million views since its release, with the Thor trailer surpassing 11 million views in its first few days on YouTube. J-Lo's Vegas residency. The pop legend debuted her Jennifer Lopez Up All Night Live in Las Vegas residency New Year's Eve at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace. The residency runs through March 28th. And if you unwrapped a Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 console this holiday season, a new game for it is out now. Mouse, Mechanized Assault Unit 19, puts players in a retro-style sci-fi platforming adventure. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Taking a live look at the skies of Beaumont from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. It is now 7:22. Carrie will be back with your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Meet our 12 News Pet of the Week. Sonia looks like she's having a lot of fun there. This 5-year-old pup has stolen the hearts of staff over at the Humane Society, where she's been for over 60 days. And at times she's become a fast favorite. She does well with other dogs and can peacefully coexist with cats. She likes rolling around in the grass and soaking up the sun, but she's really a lap dog at heart who's happiest curled up on the couch. Sonia is ready to go home the same day she steals your heart.
And temperatures this morning a lot warmer than they have been. We're running in the mid to upper 60s, close to 80 today. A lot of clouds this morning, but becoming mostly sunny late this morning into the afternoon. Highs tomorrow, a little bit cooler over the weekend with that cold front coming in. We'll be in the low to mid 70s tomorrow, 47 tomorrow night, mid 40s Monday morning. But next week looks warm and humid, 70s for highs, 40s and 50s for lows. So a lot warmer again next week, and hopefully a chance of rain by next Thursday.
Alrighty then, coming up on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, the latest on a triple shooting in Beaumont. Neighbors react after another night of violence in the city around New Year's Day. Plus a case of possible celebratory gunfire that could have gone extremely wrong after a bullet goes through a woman's roof and lands next to her precious pet. And tragedy in Switzerland. Details on the dozens who were killed or hurt after a fire broke out during a holiday celebration. And the time, 7:27. We will be back with more news and weather in just a few minutes. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for being here with us on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson. The time now 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. A sentencing hearing is set for Monday for Tristan Dunham. He faces manslaughter, an accident involving death charges linked to an August 2023 hit and run that killed Kishron Sykes. Investigators say Dunham was speeding on Highway 73, hit Sykes' SUV, and left the scene. Dunham later pled guilty under a deal calling for 3 years in prison and 10 years of probation. Judge John Stevens ordered a pre-sentencing report before sentencing. A two-story home in Jefferson County was destroyed Thursday morning. The house was unoccupied, but the power was still on. The fire caused a live line to fall, so energy was called to secure the scene. The house is a total loss. Investigators are still working to learn what caused it. In Orange County, firefighters responded to a structure fire yesterday morning just before 5 a.m. It happened along Highway 62 between Texla and Highway 12. Crews arrived to find a single-story home fully engulfed in flames. The fire was brought under control and no injuries were reported. Let's take a live look outside now from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. Meteorologist Carrie Cooper standing by with your forecast.
A very warm day coming up. A lot of clouds this morning, but that'll burn off into mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll have high temperatures reaching close to 80, maybe even 81 across parts of the area. So a warm afternoon in store for the region. Lows tonight will be near 60. We're in the mid 60s now with still lots of low clouds, but those will burn off. Lots of sun expected today with highs around 80. A little bit cooler over the weekend as the next cold front comes in. Right now that front is located over Oklahoma. A little disturbance up there producing some rain in Arkansas. That front will reach us tomorrow morning. So it'll be a little bit cooler over the weekend. Temperatures a little bit closer to normal where they should be for this time of the year. So coming up a little bit later, we'll talk about how cool this weekend and then back to real warm weather next week.
Developing in Beaumont, a sad start to the new year. 3 people were injured in a shooting at the Longshoreman Hall on Pennsylvania Avenue early Thursday morning. It was the 3rd shooting in 3 days. The first happened at the Food Basket along East Lucas, despite repeated attempts to gather information. Beaumont police have not released anything to 12 News. The second shooting claimed the life of a 17-year-old. It happened at the North Ridge Manor Apartments. A 19 and 16-year-old were arrested in that shooting. Beaumont police declined to interview with us about the latest shooting. In a statement, they said they received several calls about gunshots just before 1 a.m. Thursday. Victims and witnesses told officers a fight broke out during a large party at the Longshoreman Hall, then spilled out into the parking lot. Police say by this time, 3 victims had already been taken to the hospital. Thankfully, they're expected to recover. A neighbor, Lydia Date, says she thought the gunshots were actually fireworks. Sadly, she says this isn't the first time she's witnessed a shooting at the hall.
They had one, about 2 months ago, they had an accident over there. They was running down the street shooting and stuff, but last night, it was right here in the door, But like I said, I never did get up. I never come outside.
The hall is a space that can be rented out. 12 News spoke to its president, who was not available to interview with us yesterday. We do know off-duty Beaumont police officers were working security at the party. And you can watch more about the shooting, including details of the moments neighbors heard gunshots on 12 News Plus. Now to a shocking discovery in Bridge City. A woman came home yesterday morning on New Year's Day to find a bullet had gone through her roof. Sarah Ramirez says the bullet landed in her guest bedroom inside her dog's kennel. She tells us it was only inches away from where the dog had been sleeping. Ramirez believes this was a result of celebratory gunfire on New Year's Eve, a problem 12 News has been detailing over the last couple of days.
It's scary, and I didn't think it would happen in a small neighborhood like this with houses on top of each other. You think people would be more aware, and I think hopefully after this, people will see this and not do that in a small neighborhood.
Ramirez says she has filed a police report. Colorado wildlife workers are investigating what they believe to be the first deadly mountain lion attack on a Coloradan in more than a quarter century. Colton Chavez reports.
I've never even seen a mountain lion myself, and I'm out here all the time.
On the first day of the new year,
Hikers looking to go up Crozier Mountain Trail in Larimer County were stopped in their tracks.
Yeah, somebody walked out of the fire station and said there was a human mountain lion kill on the trail. And obviously they recommended that I don't hike it.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife say around 12:15 on New Year's Day, an adult woman who was hiking alone was found dead next to a mountain lion. State wildlife officials say the woman was discovered by hikers who threw rocks at the animal to scare it away. It's being investigated as a suspected fatal mountain lion attack.
One mountain lion was shot on scene by officers, later tracked and euthanized. A second lion was located in the area and also euthanized by officers.
CPW spokesperson Caravan Hu says it took a multi-agency response, both in the air and on the ground, to track the 2 mountain lions that were shot and killed. She says if human DNA is not found in either animal, the search will continue.
Lions are typically very territorial. If you find one in the area, it sometimes is the only one, depending on kind of that familiar structure.
A massive search is underway in Alabama for a missing 4-year-old boy who disappeared during a visitation with his father. Jonathan Bowley was last seen on Wednesday morning in Jasper. His father reported him missing that afternoon. Multiple agencies, including the FBI, searched more than 500 acres on Thursday using drones, divers, tracking dogs, and a helicopter. The child's father was taken into custody after investigators found suspected explosive devices on the property. The search, which includes volunteers, is expected to resume on Friday. Grief and tragedy are opening the new year at a high-end ski resort in the town of Crans, Montana, Switzerland. Officials say about 40 people are dead and roughly 115 are injured after a fire broke out during a holiday celebration. Amy Kiley has more on what happened.
It is a tragedy.
A Swiss ski community is in mourning after officials say dozens of people died and more than 100 were injured in a fire. Authorities say it broke out in a bar at a luxury ski resort during a New Year's celebration.
The majority, I imagine, of the people touched by this drama, they are the young people who came for the holidays.
Some victims appear to be foreign nationals. Officials say identifying everyone could take days. They say they're not sure how the tragedy unfolded. It's unclear if the bar was at capacity or if the width of a staircase was a factor. Some witnesses blame a holiday tradition at the bar.
A barmaid would get on a barmaid shoulders and hold a champagne bottle with these sparklers, and witnesses have described how the ceiling catches fire and then suddenly that fire really rips through this underground space.
A burn expert from Johns Hopkins says such fires can cause rapid asphyxiation.
Those who do survive can have massive injuries that can threaten life in the hours to follow, but also can result in threat to life for the days and then disfigurement and disability for those who do survive in the future.
Numerous medical facilities are caring for the injured. A witness says others also rushed to help.
All the nearby residences, restaurants, everyone who was still awake helped either with water, tea, blankets. You know, it was a big shock.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
President Trump is pulling the National Guard out of Los Angeles, Portland, and Chicago after the Supreme Court blocked the troops' deployment. They were deployed during nationwide immigration crackdowns, but the call was met with wide-scale protests. By law, governors control National Guard troops in each of their states, except during national disasters or civil unrest. The Trump administration said the Guard was needed to protect ICE agents and federal buildings. Yesterday was New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani's first day on the job, and he took action after a historic inauguration. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has those details.
This morning, newly inaugurated New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani hitting the ground running. Mamdani yesterday signing executive orders aimed at protecting renters and building new housing.
Who does New York belong to? For much of our history, the response from City Hall has been simple. It belongs only to the wealthy and well-connected. We will provide our own answer to that age-old question. Who does New York belong to?
Mamdani celebrating his inauguration with tens of thousands of supporters at City Hall. The 34-year-old Democratic Socialist becoming the first Muslim mayor of New York City, taking his oath of office on a Quran.
I know there are some who view this administration with distrust. I promise you this. If you are a New Yorker, I am your mayor. Regardless of whether we agree, I will protect you.
Mamdani using his inaugural speech promising to deliver on his progressive agenda.
There are many who will be watching. They want to know if the left can govern. We will set an example for the world. I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist.
Mamdani's meteoric rise from obscurity to the face of the progressive movement. He portrayed himself as the ideological opposite of President Trump, who branded him a communist and a threat to the city's survival. But the two struck a surprising truce during a White House sit-down in November, their shared focus on the affordability crisis creating an unexpected political overlap.
He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with.
That is something that could transform the lives of 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Still ahead on Daybreak, start 2026 smarter with your money. Still ahead, how to save more and spend smarter this year. Up next, time to recycle your Christmas tree in Beaumont, where you can take it and how the city is putting it to good use.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
Well, as we head down to Port Arthur, our Roofing 911 Skycam network sponsored by Market Basket. A few clouds down there. It will become mostly sunny though today with highs around 80 and certainly much warmer this morning than it has been. We're running about 30 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. Very warm. 64 Jasper, 65 Beaumont, 67 in Orange. A lot of low clouds out there, but once again, those will be burning off eventually into mostly sunny skies and highs near 80 this afternoon. The next cold front up in Oklahoma, it'll be here around daybreak. No rain expected with that, but it will get our temperatures back down to more seasonable normals coming up by tomorrow and Sunday before we get warmed up again next weekend and be above normal, well above normal, with highs again, as you'll see on the 7-day in just a moment, well above normal. A windy day is expected today. Winds will be out of the southwest. The wind gust up to 30 at times today and this afternoon. Pretty windy day coming up. And as we head into this evening, fairly breezy as well. It'll be a little bit cooler by daybreak, not a whole lot, but a little bit. But of course, the big weather story has been the much warmer weather as we're running 30 degrees warmer right now than we were this exact same time yesterday. So big changes, of course. That southwest wind, as we've been talking about, always a warm wind, will clear out throughout the day. 80, 81 the high. Tonight we should be right around 60. If some drier air can come in before daybreak, we could drop into the 50s. We'll see exactly what time that front comes in, as we'll have lows tonight, as I said, near 60. There's the front right there, about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So probably still pretty warm again tonight, but it will be noticeably cooler coming up this weekend. Not much rain the next 6, 7 days. A little bit better chance coming up by next Thursday as another stronger front works in with an upper level disturbance. And we'll have temperatures in the 40s coming up Sunday morning. The cold front comes in tomorrow. It's a weak one. We're back to the 40s for lows Sunday and Monday morning. Forecast today, clouds this morning, becoming mostly sunny. Highs around 80. Pretty breezy southwest winds tonight, mostly clear. Overnight lows near 60. And that 7-day forecast features, well, a little bit cooler over the weekend with highs in the 70s instead of near 80.
Okay, there were some people complaining about the cold, so now they get it. Why make that face? You was one of them complaining? You was, but I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about
No, I wasn't trying to put you on blast. I was just saying it's a break from the cold.
Yes, nice. But even this weekend, with it being a little bit cooler, at least not real cold like we've had.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Carrie. Just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. Check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. Listen up, Beaumont residents. You can recycle your Christmas trees for free through January 12th. Drop them off at Rogers, Magnolia, or Sprott Park. Just remember to remove all decorations. The trees will be mulched at the city landfill. Residents can pick up free mulch on Saturdays from 7 to 1. The Seagram Striders kicked off the new year yesterday with their annual Resolution 5K run and walk at Terrell Park. The free event encourages people of all ages and fitness levels to get moving, whether by walking or running. About 100 people showed up this year for the 3-mile course made up of looping trails. Organizers say the goal is simple: start the year healthy, active, and together.
I know for at least the last 15 years I've been involved with it. We've been doing it. It's just kind of just to get out, get everybody going, and start the year off with a nice little run. Everybody's trying to get everybody out there and get them healthy.
This was one of 14 free events the Seagram Striders hold every year. It's a new year, and here in the South, that means enjoying some cabbage, black-eyed peas to bring good luck and prosperity. Photojournalist Mark Laurier went to Esther's Cajun Cafe and Soul Food in Garden Oaks. Well, people talked about this time to honor tradition.
Oxtails, black-eyed peas, and candy yam. We do it for our Southern tradition of wealth and prosperity and health. I want everybody to come out and give as much community service as possible. And her black-eyed peas have just a hint of like a spice that makes you want to
Well, it's a tradition since I was a little kid. My mom used to make black-eyed peas for New Year's. She said it'll bring good luck, prosperity. New Year's resolutions this year is just to maintain health and happiness. Anything can happen any given time, any given moment. Do something in order to get something you never had. You have to do something you never did.
They start cooking it on New Year's Eve, and you just look forward to New Year's Day, and you know you had to have those black-eyed peas. No matter what the other dishes were, you got to have black-eyed peas when the New Year hit.
And the new year is here, and a lot of us are ready to switch things up. According to a recent Ipsos poll, shows some familiar goals leading the way. The top resolution, saving more money. Nearly 7 in 10 people say they want to stick to a budget in 2026. Getting healthier is right behind that, from working out more to simply drinking more water. And many people now say fitness is something they're building into their budget. Mental health is also front and center. About 30% plan to start or continue therapy. And work-life balance matters too, with most people saying they want more sleep to be more present and show more gratitude in the year ahead. Speaking of sticking to a budget, how does keeping more money in your pocket this year sound? Jen Sullivan has tips on growing your finances.
Be cured in a day. Holiday debt. And it's a financial headache hanging over millions of Americans after the holidays. A recent survey from LendingTree found 37% of respondents racked up holiday debt, averaging around $1,200.
Among the priorities Americans should have for the new year, pay down highest cost debt.
Mark Hamrick with personal finance site Bankrate says paying off debt is the first thing people should do to reset their finances in 2026. Next, he says take a hard look at your monthly spending.
My personal preference would be that somebody probably doesn't allocate more than a third of their monthly income to those kinds of housing-related expenses.
Hamrick says rising energy costs have made utilities more expensive, so housing costs may eat up more of your budget.
The reality for homeowners is that this is a very volatile price environment.
Hamrick says your household should have an emergency fund of at least $1,000. And here's how you can grow your money in the future. Hamrick says to put more money into a high-yield savings account, which can have an annual return of about 4%. So let's crunch some numbers in this Bankrate calculator. If you put $5,000 into an HYSA with a 4% annual return and you contribute $100 a month, in 10 years, you'll have made more than $5,000 just in interest, growing your account to more than $22,000. Also look into certificates of deposit known as CDs. Those accounts also offer a fixed interest rate. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
When Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have more news and weather in your morning rush out.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers, to the people working day after day keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Welcome back to Daybreak. It's 7:54. Time for your morning rush out. Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. 3 people were hurt in a shooting at the Longshoreman Hall in Beaumont early Thursday morning. Victims and witnesses told officers a fight broke out during a large party that spilled out into the parking lot. Police say 3 victims had already been taken to the hospital. They're expected to recover. The hall's president and police declined an interview, but we do know off-duty BPD officers were working security at the party. A Bridge City woman came home yesterday morning only to find a bullet had gone through her roof. Sarah Ramirez says it landed inside her dog's kennel, only inches from where the dog had been sleeping. She believes this was a result of celebratory gunfire on New Year's Eve and has filed a police report. People in Beaumont can recycle their Christmas trees for free through January 12th. Just drop them off at Rogers, Magnolia, or Sprout Park. Be sure to remove all decorations. Those trees will be mulched at the city landfill. If you need some of that mulch, you can pick it up free on Saturdays from 7 to 1.
And a lot warmer this morning, that's for sure, and we'll warm to near 80 this afternoon. Lows tonight, upper 50s to low 60s. Cool front comes in around daybreak tomorrow, so a little bit cooler this weekend. Lots of sun this afternoon and the weekend. And then the humidity comes right back with warm weather again as we head into next week, and maybe a chance of rain by next Thursday.
Right. The first Southeast Texas baby of 2026 was born early yesterday morning. Nakira Shelton of Port Arthur says she went into labor just before 4 a.m. and welcomed her baby boy at 5 a.m. Shelton says the arrival was a surprise. She says she wasn't expecting to deliver on New Year's Day. Her baby boy arrived at 5 pounds and 9 ounces and 17 inches long, healthy and strong. And little Waylon was the first baby born in the new year at St. Elizabeth. He arrived at 9:56 a.m. to proud parents Story and Jason. His birth is extra meaningful since his mom was also born at St. Elizabeth. Congratulations to those parents.
Congratulations to them. That's right. It's interesting. How would you feel if your birthday was on either
I was
Christmas
just
or New
thinking that,
Year's?
like, I feel like a New Year's birthday is kind of fun.
That would be.
Everybody in the party mode, you know. New year, new
Yeah,
new
Christmas
year, new
maybe
year.
not. I don't know if I'd want the same.
No, because I want gifts, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching us.
Have a good day.